And we are in the next episode now, and sometimes these are going to be more seamless, like I believe episode 1 to episode 2 was a little bit more seamless. Um, Sometimes I will just keep recording beyond the half an hour mark, and when that does happen, I won't close it off like I did there. When I feel I have an opportunity to close off, I will do so, which I did just do there. However, if I am perhaps in the midst of a boss battle or something like that, but I've gone over the half an hour mark by quite a margin, I will typically then splice up the episode into pieces so that we can keep it seamless where possible. So let's go ahead and fight this level 8 Revenant, who I'm sure is going to hit quite hard, but it's already missing health, interestingly. No, he's absolutely destroying me here. And I'm still really not doing very well when it comes to the red bar. I'm not sure what it's for. It's for all the so yeah, that made sense as to why I died, but I need to understand how to. And I've just realised in the last episode I was doing this as well, but I was doing the action as if you could see me, but plunging the sword downward, like a finisher kind of thing. Do I have any other weapons? Because this has been a little bit. Ah, that's the sword, isn't it? I think I was looking at the name and I was getting a bit right. Okay, we're gonna switch to that, and I'm gonna make this my secondary weapon. I think, yeah, that's right. I think so. Let's go ahead and mix this up. So that's the big one. That's the sword. I think I'll be more comfortable with the sword. And we'll go around here. We'll recover the grave. I'm keen to. Oh, he's gone. I was going to say I would have taken that revenant back on if I was going to be able to, but unfortunately doesn't look like he has hung about for long, so let's just progress onwards. Put my sword away for now. And we have our first adversary just up here. There's also a revenant next to him. I think that was the one which we died to earlier. Or we may not have died to it, but we certainly fought it. And hopefully in the next instance we will have an opportunity to get a better gear. Although this person obviously died right at the beginning like I did, so let's fight him though, because I can only assume it gives me. I need to get better at remembering things. I'll blame it on it not being my native tongue, but ultimately, games can have their own languages as well, so I can't use that as a valid excuse. And yeah, we definitely did defeat this person, but it was much easier with the other weapon, so I am going to charge. And that was why. Oh. Just to settle anyone's doubts, if you were having them about my skill level, you'll definitely see now that I am extremely poor. But that's something I am looking to change by practicing and just playing this through and doing as much as I can to get better at these sort of games, because I do feel as though there's a great deal of fun to be had, but I just need to invest a bit more time into practice and mechanics and wrapping my head around it, because I do find myself having fun when I start progressing. So with that in mind, I am going to hopefully start improving as the episodes progress. So make offering. I'm just going to offer all of the gear that I'm not using. Yeah, it's got plus parry, but right. What I'm going to do I'm going to briefly pause the episode and come straight back because I'm going to take a quick look online as to how to parry. I've not seen anything in the tutorials about it, but I'm keen to understand when to parry. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this episode, but it'll be back in just an instant for you. So I'll speak to you again in just a second. Okay, that's me back. It's a skill. So it's not something I've been doing wrong, it's a skill that you need to unlock for your weapon. So with that in mind, the game will likely tell me about it in due course. So for now, we're not going to worry about it. We will offer these though, because I don't need the stuff that I'm not wearing. I think that'll be fine. I could just do all items, I suppose. So I gained all of 22 Amrita from that, so not great, but if that's the threshold that I needed to level up. Nope, it's not quite that, but we do have an Amrita shard. Now, how much was that shard worth? Let's take a quick look. Items. 100, so not quite enough. That's fine. We will come back to that when we need it, as opposed to right now, because we've got plenty of things to practice on around us. We're not far away from the shrine. Yeah, I don't feel as though we've got much of a justification to use the shards just yet. I think shards are useful if we were literally 100 short and we didn't want to have to go out and attack a whole bunch of enemies. I'm absolutely doing this completely wrong. Letting the enemy miss is a big thing I've noticed as to how you can tire them out quite easily. It's good learning the range of this weapon as well. It's a really useful thing to have, and as you can see, making use of that range is actually really cool. I'm still wondering why that's open. I'm really wondering why, because I would have loved to have opened it myself. Maybe it's just a thing to say, look, there's people in the world and they have decided to open this themselves. Perhaps that's the message from that. I'm going to have a walk around here. Let's see if there's anything of interest as we progress further. Completely forgot about this guy who's not wearing pants. 2 hits was enough to kill him, thankfully. Right, so we've got a dead end there, and oh, that was really well done, Sonder. Not very good. Let's go ahead and give this another go. Now, usually when you fall off the edge of something or drown or whatever in these type of games, your grave will be available on the ledge. So that's exactly what I'm hoping this game is going to have done. We'll find out very soon. And I've just taken damage from him. He could kill me now. But didn't quite manage to. Oh no. Right. This is a big... Oh, what's going on? Oh, I thought there was a cutscene there, basically telling me how bad I was. I mean, it probably was, but I really couldn't blame it. But still, let's continue. I'm going to switch to my sword. I'm going to get better with my sword. Yes, I need to be a bit closer, but I'm not losing as much ki, and that's been the key to my problems. Sorry, I couldn't resist doing that. Okay, fight this Revenant again. Looks like they allow you to fight these again after a certain amount of time. Maybe the lesser ones more. Well, that's him knackered now. When I'm saying that, he's clearly wearing light armour because he gets his energy back straight away. Although he struggled there. Ooh. That is exactly what I'm trying to do. What he did there, where he did a finisher, that's what I'm trying to work out. again, I'm hoping that that'll be something the game tells us about once the time is right. Oh, there's my grave now. Oh, right, okay. So, interestingly... Oh, no, I did. I lost all my ammo from earlier. I shouldn't have been... Should have just gone to my grave, got the Reader, and then... Right, I'm learning all these lessons, though, which are very valuable. Mistakes happen. It's learning from them that's important. I'm sure someone far more famous said that before me. So, it's a bit like the Michael side. Dear me. I really, really hope you guys aren't off put by just how terrible I'm doing at the moment. I really, really, really am going to invest into learning what it is I'm doing wrong. And if you see something really obvious I'm doing, which if I did it differently, it would just make everything easier. Please do let me know. Like, just say whatever it is. Ideally, something a little bit more than just get good. Like, if you notice that I'm perhaps guarding too much, or not dodging enough, or swinging too much, you know, anything like that is going to be hugely useful, and I'd welcome that sort of feedback if you have that feedback to give. So just again, just please do let me know any tips that you might have. And even if I'm further through the series when you're watching these, still go ahead and add down comments to the videos, because it's more than likely I'll still read them, and also it allows other people who are watching the video to see your tips as well. So I obviously keep dying now. I'm really struggling to kill this enemy. The reason for that is I've switched to my sword, and the sword is doing much less damage, and I'm really struggling with the sword for reasons due to my very poor ability, because this one does a lot more damage and allows me to keep at a distance, and then just bode my time to essentially finish them off. And keeping your distance and then just striking down seems like a easy option. You know what I've just realised as well? I'm floating around in high stance. I don't want to be in high stance, I want to be in mid stance. So, and I'm not using key pulse, so I'm noticing there's loads of things I'm starting to pick up on from what I've not been doing over the last 10 or so minutes. Really sorry guys that you're having to see the same thing over and over again, but again, this is all stuff that I expect to learn from and get better from. So I've got an opportunity now. How do I... So it didn't let me do anything there to kill him in like a single hit, which is what I was looking for. If anybody happens to know how you can do that, please let me know. That's exactly what's frustrating me, because I'm actually wearing them out. I'm watching their key meter go down, but then I'm not in a position where I'm finishing them off, and I want to be in that position to finish them off. So please do let me know. Right, so let's go ahead and fight this guy now. So there we go. Unless that is it, and it's just a different animation. What did we get from him? Just some more foot soldier armour. Although we did get some heavy armour, which is better than what we're wearing. However, I'm sticking to medium because of the weapon that I'm using. I don't think there's a backstab mechanic, but... Although it did seem to do a bit more damage, so perhaps there's a undetected bonus. I'm not too bothered about this one. Let's just go for him. One of the big lessons I've learned from Souls games as well, or Souls-like games, is not just to sprint everywhere whilst you've got enemies around you. Conserve that energy and look to sprint when you know you've got space to sprint. I'm just going to go around here. I'm going to take down this enemy. And there's a reason for that. that is because I am going to bring myself to 1000 Amrita to get the or amateur or sorry whatever it's called. Once I'm at that level, I will then be able to go ahead and get the next level up, which is exactly what I'm looking to do. So let's go ahead and reset the enemies. I know I can run now because there is nobody around me. I'm also going to look to see if this other Revenant has spawned around here, the one that we lost to before. Doesn't look like they have, which is a shame because they had some good gear that I wouldn't have minded getting a hold of. Not to worry. Let's go ahead, pray, get the enemies back, and hopefully we will now be able to... I'm actually going to make an offering. I'm going to offer that... I'm going to offer the heavy helm. Am I wearing any helm at the moment? Oh, actually, I'm not wearing anything at all at the moment. So I'd rather have something on than nothing. So let's go ahead and equip it. And then once we've got a medium helm, we will replace it. Perfect. Already got the stuff for that. And again, I'm just trying to see if there's an area which I've not covered. Oh, there's that thing from before. Was it? No. I think it was. Yeah, it was that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that actually allows you to bring a visitor to come and see you, which I'm not too sure what that means, but it's not something I'm going to try just yet. Let's offer the foot soldier medium and the pirate armor as well. Don't think it'll give me much, but oops, that wasn't what I thought. I thought I was still in the spray menu. Obviously not. Let's go to make offering. And there we go. Perfect. And again, apologies guys, I know this might be painful to watch for some of the more experienced folk out there. Hopefully it's entertaining for the people who like laughing at my misfortunes. I think that's who I'm probably catering for at the moment the most. I'm having fun still, even though I'm dying. I've not hit that rage point yet. And, you know, we're almost at the end of the next episode, so making... I say we're making progress. We're making progress in my knowledge, I would say, but not so much progress in much else. Remember, too close. So there we go. He's vulnerable now. So there we go. Right, great stuff. And I'm so close now to getting 1000. I'm going to take down these enemies up here and then head back to the shrine if that gives me everything I need. Lock on. Don't do anything too silly. Still really want to figure out that finisher thing. If it does exist, I'm assuming I have the ability to do it because other people's players have been doing it to me, so there must be a way to do it. Right, anyways, that's us, so I shall sheathe my weapon and sprint. Don't know if that makes a difference, but I think in Souls games, or Dark Souls games, I think it does, but not so much here. So let's pray and level up. And I'm going to... Wait. I'm just looking at the weapons that it impact, which are to the far right. Okay, cool. So I think from what I can see, strength is the one which I'm looking for, and just to Axes and Dachi. Axes and Dachi. It doesn't say what this is. Oh, Adachi. And that's the longer one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the big one. Right, cool. And that's what I've been using. So that's what I want to level up. Where are you? Strength. That's the one. Perfect. I'll level up. And we shall continue. I was tempted to round it off there, but we're still a little bit early for the half-an-hour mark, so I'm just going to continue. And what I will do is just do a split in the episode. So you'll notice it stop at a certain point, and then you can just resume watching in the subsequent episode, which will be uploaded after this one. So to continue to throw my attacks at these, trying to remember key pulse. My goal is to get that shortcut brought down and just have a bit of an explore up there. That's what I'm going to go and do just now. I've also not been using my, what I believe are replenishable medicines, which are at the top of my items, I think. I will just double check that. What did I just pick up? I think it was just a tutorial tip. Right, cool. So let's go to items. Nope, let's go to here. Yeah, elixir. So I'm of the understanding when we pray at one of the altars, it will replenish 3 elixirs, and I think we can increase the maximum amount. I might be thinking purely of Dark Souls for that, how you can increase the health flask. I'll just point out as well, I haven't actually completed Dark Souls. I talk about it a lot, but I haven't completed any of the Dark Souls games either, and I think I will actually want to do a series on them once I start getting better at this. Well, not when I start getting better, sorry. Once I've done Nioh 1 and 2, I think I'll then visit the Dark Souls games, because I would really like to play my way through them. You know, they're known as difficult games, they're known as games which, you know, really challenge you to push yourself to your limit and to learn mechanics. And you know what? I find pushing yourself to do that makes you better in other games which are much more forgiving, but ultimately you find yourself performing much better in them games as a result of the lessons that you learn in the harsher ones. So yeah, that's definitely something that's worth bearing in mind. And this guy's got that chain weapon that I thought looked quite interesting. So I got stabbing. Didn't seem to do much though. Right, so he was vulnerable there for a second, so dodge back. I need to be careful though, because there we go. Oh wow. I think until I can parry, the best option for me is going to be to dodge and really take them on that way. I don't want to take on this guy. In fact, no. Let's use one of my medicines and then take on him and see how we get on. We're getting quite a lot of the Souls equivalent, Kadichi or whatever it's called. Getting quite a lot of that from these, so I think they are worthwhile. It was very easy, although maybe that was just me just timing it quite well. And also, we've got 2 bits of gear, so that does confirm we can get multiple items from them. So they are definitely worth it. I honestly think that's such a unique and cool idea to have in a game. Other people's ghosts from there. attempts of doing the runs, and I guarantee people will have my ghost in their games pretty much every single spot, every single map, every single segment will have my ghost, so they'll probably get used to seeing me, if that's something that is a thing that can happen, if you can bump into the same person multiple times, which I'm not too sure about. That's in done. Again, I wasn't really dodging, I'm still not using key pulls. Be wary when you go after them. Someone doesn't sound very well. Is it someone that can help, or just a general sound effect of someone being unfortunately tortured? I've got a spear. Now that said, that was an upgrade. My understanding, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, is if you equip a piece of gear and it's got, like, you know, semi-decent stats, the next possibility of gear to drop from enemies should be an upgrade to that sort of item. Or is it based on, or is there like a minimum and maximum in a level, which is dictated about how far you are through the game? I'd be quite keen to understand that. So if anybody happens to know the answer to that, please do let me know in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. That was a little bit greedy, but I felt confident that I was going to be able to take them on. Now this just screams ambush. There's a crow there doing its thing on that. This person should be easy. He's using a short-ranged sword, so... Oh no, he's not. He's got one of my weapons. Right, so... I wonder if it's down to its stance. Maybe that's... Oh! I think I actually just did it there. And I held right trigger before I attacked. Maybe that's it. The good news if I've actually finally figured that out. We're doing quite well with the souls, but I'm sorry if I do say souls instead of Kadichi or whatever they're called. I do find myself doing that quite a lot when I play games that are Souls-likes. And how does this person look? Honda. Right, fell to death. Poor person. Right, that's I'm gonna use another. Oh, hang on. Use another medicine. So right trigger's only does right. Okay, it won't be right trigger then. That did it, because then that changes that section there. Let's have a quick look in. But not that I can see there. About finishing people off. So we know that. Oh, final blow. It was just here. So just hit Y near a downed enemy. Pressing Y near a downed enemy will perform a final blow. There we go. So all I had to do was open up the big glowing tutorial section, which I'm a dingus, I did not do, so that has now been amended. So let's continue. Oh no, I've got two people. I'm not very good in these scenarios. That's him. This guy's quite tough in terms of health. Makes me wonder if he's wearing maybe tougher armor. He's very quick. That might be his stance. I am a little concerned if I run out of medicine. I know the shortcut's just going to be up here though. But also, it's only going to take one archer to ruin my day. Let's continue walking around though. Let's just be very, very cautious as we do so. I will tackle these revenants after I've had a chance to rest. That would be a nice opportunity to test the down thing, but to be honest, it was fairly easy. Spirit stone. We could just call them spirits, couldn't we? I suppose, instead of souls, say spirits, because it's called a spirit shard, so maybe that would be a valid thing. So yeah, I'm happy with rolling with spirits. It is literally just another way to say so. Right, I know that guy's there, but I'd rather find the shortcut back to the shrine, which I'm hoping is over here. I reckon. Oh, I don't know if I've just dropped down the wrong bit. There's some water. There it is, right. Whew. Descend. Search this guy. And then kick that down, and that's us. We now have our path carved out. Right, guys, I'm actually going to call it a day just now. I'm going to go and pray at the altar. I'm also going to break just for a short while, just to allow potentially a couple of comments to come in if we do happen to get some viewers to potentially offer some tips. If you've got any tips that you'd like to provide, I would love to read them, and I'll take them into future episodes. And of course, I'll be shouting out anybody who does happen to give me some useful information to help me on my playthrough, the sort of things that I need to be focusing on, and basically what I need to be remaining cautious of, and that sort of thing. So that'd be absolutely amazing if you guys could keep me on the right course for that sort of stuff. So we have leveled up. We are now at the shrine. I believe it auto saves, so that should be us good to exit. So we can go ahead and quit and call it a day there. So thanks again, guys, for watching. I really do appreciate the support, and as I say, if you've got any comments you'd like to add, any feedback, any constructive criticism or anything you like, please do feel free to engage with us, and we'll be happy to read your comments and really start building that community up. That's such an important step that we're looking to take with these videos. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more content. We're not just going to be focusing on Nioh. Nioh is going to be one of many titles we're going to be looking at. and I absolutely can't wait to get started with all of the gaming plans that we've got in place. We're not necessarily just going to be playing one title at a time as well. We're going to be mixing and giving you guys a chance to tune into different games, which you might find one game is your fancy, one is you not. So at least then, if you've got multiple options, you'll have something that you'll be able to tune into and make the most of. So just one final thank you from me, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks again.